They're the giants of the open ocean. Sleek, powerful, and armed with a spear-like bill, the blue marlin is the ultimate deep-sea predator. But every now and then, one of these titans surfaces, and it rewrites the record books. Today, we're diving into the top 3 largest blue marlin ever caught with a rod and reel. And trust me, these fish are the stuff of legend. At number 3, we travel to the waters off Bateman's Bay, Australia. It was February 26, 1973, when the angler Peter B. Wright hooked into something massive, a fight that would go down in Australian fishing history. After a backbreaking battle on a 130-pound test line, he landed a 1,431-pound blue marlin. It was the largest blue marlin ever caught in Australian waters, and remains one of the heaviest ever landed anywhere in the world, with a length over 14 feet and power like a freight train. This marlin was a deep-sea monster, and Wright, a legend. Number 2 on our list takes us to the Atlantic coast of Brazil, where one of the most controversial marlin catches in history took place. In 1992, angler Paulo Amorim landed a jaw-dropping 1,402-pound blue marlin off the coast of Vitória, Brazil. Though it's not the official all-tackle world record due to technicalities in the line class and rules at the time, this fish is widely regarded as one of the largest marlin ever landed with a rod and reel. It was photographed, weighed, and made headlines across the globe, but due to IGFA standards, it remains a near miss, a giant that just slipped past the record books. And at number 1, the largest blue marlin ever caught by rod and reel in recorded history. On May 31st, 1970, angler Jay DeBobian was fishing off the coast of Oahu, Hawaii, when he hooked into a true sea monster. After nearly 2 hours of back-and-forth combat on a 130-pound test line, Jay landed the catch of a lifetime, a 1,805-pound Pacific blue marlin. Fast, fierce, and built like a torpedo, the wahoo isn't just one of the ocean's most aggressive predators, it's also one of the fastest fish in the sea. But what happens when these high-speed beasts grow to record-breaking sizes? Today we're counting down the top 3 largest wahoo ever caught using just a rod and reel. These aren't just big, they're monstrous. Coming in at number 3 is a wahoo that redefined expectations. In 2005, angler Sarah Hayward was fishing off the coast of Baja California, Mexico, when she hooked into something massive. After a brutal fight on light tackle, she landed a 184-pound wahoo, setting a new bar in women's sport fishing and wowing the world with her incredible feat. This catch became the largest wahoo ever caught by a woman, and still ranks as one of the heaviest ever recorded. Fast, violent, and relentless, this wahoo was a true Baja beast. Number 2 takes us to the wahoo capital of the Pacific, Hawaii. In 1999, angler Dan McGarry was fishing near Kailua Kona when he hooked into what he thought was a small marlin. But when it came close to the boat, jaws dropped. It wasn't a marlin, it was a wahoo. A 190-pound lightning-fast torpedo that nearly spooled his reel. This Hawaiian monster measured over 8 feet long, making it one of the longest wahoo ever seen, and an unforgettable catch that still holds legendary status among island fishermen. And at number 1, the reigning king of wahoo. Caught on July 29, 2005 off Loreto, Mexico by angler Sarah Hayward, the IGFA all-tackle world record wahoo weighed in at a staggering 184 pounds. Wait, didn't we already hear about that one? Yes, and here's why. Despite reports of larger wahoo being caught, no catch heavier than 184 pounds has ever been officially recognized by the IGFA. Built like torpedoes and weighing more than a Harley-Davidson, tuna are among the ocean's most powerful game fish. They fight hard, dive deep, and when hooked, they'll test the strength of even the toughest anglers. Today, we're diving into the top 3 largest tuna ever caught using a rod and reel, officially recognized by the IGFA. Let's count them down. Kicking off the list is a tuna caught where most anglers wouldn't think to look, the West African coast of Togo. On April 20th, 2003, angler Philippe Marne was fishing off Lomé when he hooked into a true monster. After a grueling battle, he landed a 385-pound, 12-ounce yellowfin tuna, one of the largest ever caught from African waters. It's a catch that proved big game fishing isn't limited to the Pacific or the Caribbean. Sometimes the biggest beasts come from the least expected places. Coming in at number 2 is one of the most legendary catches in tuna fishing history. On April 1st, 1977, veteran angler Kurt Wiesenhutter was fishing the waters around Isla San Benedicto, part of Mexico's remote Revillagigedo Islands. There, he hooked a yellowfin that nearly broke his gear, and once it hit the deck, it officially weighed 388 pounds, 12 ounces. For decades, it stood as the all-tackle world record. It was so big that some doubted the species, but it was confirmed: pure yellowfin tuna. An ocean legend decades before the next one took the crown. And finally, the undisputed heavyweight champion, the biggest yellowfin tuna ever caught with a rod and reel. On November 11, 2024, angler Earl Gill IV was fishing the lower banks off Cabo San Lucas, Mexico, when his reel started screaming. What followed was an epic battle, and when the fish was finally brought in, it tipped the scales at a jaw-dropping 443 pounds. Known for its massive sail-like dorsal fin, lightning speed, and explosive acrobatics, the sailfish is often called the ballerina of the open ocean. Also known as the spindlebeak or bayonet fish, this pelagic predator is fast, fierce, and a favorite among saltwater anglers. Today, we're counting down the top 3 largest sailfish ever caught on rod and reel, certified by the IGFA. Let's dive into the legends of the blue. Coming in at number 3 is a record that stood the test of time. On November 10, 1991, angler Ron King was fishing off the coast of Lagos, Nigeria, when he battled a massive sailfish weighing 135 pounds, 5 ounces. These fish are usually found near reefs, eddies, and warm current breaks, and when they strike, they explode in the water. Though caught over 30 years ago, King's sailfish still ranks among the top in the world, a testament to the size of these elusive giants in West African waters. At number 2, we spotlight a history-making catch by one of the most impressive female anglers in the game. On March 6, 2014, Luisa Maria Picara Baptista was fishing the rich waters off Lobito, Angola, when she hooked a sailfish weighing 136 pounds, 10 ounces. Known for short, spectacular runs and aerial displays, this sailfish put on a show before surrendering and solidified Luisa's place in the IGFA record books. It's not just one of the largest ever caught, it's also a symbol of power, patience, and precision. And now, the undisputed titan of the species. On March 12, 2014, just days after Luisa Baptista's catch, Marco Couto was fishing the same region, Lobito, Angola, when he hooked into a sailfish that would break records. Weighing an astounding 142 pounds, 6 ounces, it became the IGFA all-tackle world record for sailfish, a mark that still stands today. With its cobalt blue dorsal sail, blazing speed, and relentless fight, this fish was a once-in-a-lifetime catch.